So hi everyone, this is Gellis at Infinite Modesty Design sewing classes, sewing studio in Toronto. So we are doing a live session today, and if anyone has any if anyone want to join me on Zoom, of course I am on Zoom. The email, there should be an email sending out any minute now, so I'm just here hanging out here waiting for anyone who want to join me on Zoom. Okay guys, so thank you so much everyone who is going to be joining me or is going to be watching my live today. My name is Gellis, and of course this is Infinite Modesty Design. Who we are a Toronto sewing and fashion studio, and we teach you the art of sewing. There you go. That's as simple as it is. We could say fashion design, we could say couture, we could say design, we could say whatever it is, but the goal is that we teach you how to sew. So I'm so grateful to be on here today. For those who responded back to me and say, you know, I would able to make it this afternoon, that would be great. For those who say I cannot make it this afternoon, still great. No worries. You will hear more of me as we go along in the sewing journey together. So I am waiting for anyone who's watching me live. If you have any question about, I have a few questions actually to pitch out there, because some people have been asking me, are we in studio? Some people have seen my email and wonder, Gellis, I know you are in, is online. I don't want online. When are you starting your in-studio class? And I know because I've been promoting a lot of online. So many people thinking I'm still online, which I am. Of course I am. Online is actually the way to go. But I know a lot of people contact me and say, you know what, I like in-person classes. And just to answer everyone's question, to clarify everything, that we are in studio. And our first class going to be tomorrow, which is Friday the 9th. Yay. So there you go. So I do have a few people on Zoom with me today. I do know my some of my previous students actually who take my advanced courses that is on Zoom with me today. We have Veron, we have Precious Child Godevere. So they are some of my wonderful students and friends, I would say. It's not just I'm the teacher and they are my students. We build friendship as we go along. So they are here with me today. So someone on Facebook say excellent. So great. So excellent. Yes, we are in studio. If anyone have any question at all, feel free to drop your question in a comment. If you are watching me live on YouTube, if you are watching me live on Facebook, if you are watching me on my Facebook page, because my Facebook page, I don't see anyone here right now. I also see someone is trying to come on Zoom. Let me try to get you on here. All right, so I have three wonderful ladies on Zoom. I have Ali as well joining me on Zoom. Thank you guys again for joining me today. So I want to answer your question today. See another person come on. Fantastic. So if anyone wants to join me on Zoom, if you are on my email list, you should see the email. The link is in the email. If you're not on my email list, you could let me know. Send me a message. I would actually send you, or send me a private message, and I will get your email for you to be on my list whenever we on live in general. Alrighty, so I would definitely find out who the lovely ladies are on Zoom and if they have any questions. But if anyone who is watching me on Facebook, on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, kindly drop your question. I will try to go back and forth to answer your question. So I have 5 lovely ladies on me here on Zoom with me today. So that's fantastic. If I have 1 is enough. If I have 5 is even plenty. And I'm excited to meet every one of you guys today. Okay, so I would give everyone the opportunity to introduce yourself if you want. I know some of my previous students are here. You don't have to. If you want to introduce yourself, even more the merrier. No worries. It's even all the best for me. And I think I would have a couple of my current students who sign up had said that they would join the class. So I would be grateful to hear from every one of you today. Just briefly, we wouldn't be more than an hour. I don't want it to be too long, but I want to make sure I answer everyone's question. And one of the main question I get is that, Gellis, I don't want online class. Do you have in-studio class? The answer is yes. We are recently reopening after COVID, and our first class, by the grace of God, would be tomorrow. So I'm excited, as everyone else, I believe, who will be learning the new skills. Are we still online? Yes, online is actually my jam. I actually meet a lot of people from Grenada. I have someone from Grenada on here online. I have students from Grenada. I have students from the United States, different parts, and I have students from Trinidad. So tell me, I would not drop online, because online actually allow me to venture worldwide, which is fantastic. But again, I am in studio here in Toronto because I know hands-on is a lot of people like hands-on. I am a kind of hands-on person as well as online, but I respect the people who like online. So less of me talking. I want to hear voices today. So if anyone have any question, drop your question in the comment section, and I'll be delighted to answer your question as we go along. Alrighty, so I'm seeing a few of us online today, so thank you so much. So I'm gonna introduce the people I'm not familiar with. So I see Jackie's on here, and hi Jackie, thanks for joining me. And then Ali is ALLI, Ali B. Ali, are you fantastic? Thank you so much for joining me today. So Ali, actually you are one of my third person that came on. I would definitely give you the heart. If you want to say something, if you don't want to say something, it's not a big deal. But I would love to hear your wonderful voice. Where you connecting with us from?
You're talking to me, Ali, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Toronto.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Have you sewn before, Ali?
Yeah, so like I sewn since I was like probably like 9, and like my mom gave me her old sewing machine when I was younger, and then I kind of stopped. I'm 28 now, and I just got back into it like as of like this year, so I kind of suck, but yeah, I kind of know the basic stuff a little bit.
Awesome. Are you Alicia? Are you one of my students or no? I'm just trying to figure out.
I'm that you kind of did a one-on-one with me, and then we were trying to.
Oh, okay. So your name just looked different. Okay, yeah. So my students is online. Fantastic. Okay, good. Thanks for joining me today. Now I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. Have you been doing your homework?
Yeah, I did the lines.
Good.
And did the rest.
Okay, awesome. So she's actually one of my current online students. So thanks, my dear, for joining me. Appreciate you coming on board with me today. And I'll give everyone if you have any other question, if anyone else have any question in general, any question at all, guys, you could always pop your question, and I'll try my best to answer your question today. Okay, so Jackie, there you go. Let me see. Bernada, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching me on my Facebook page. So Jackie, you're in the hot seat, girl. You could unmute yourself. There's no pressure to say anything, but I would love to hear your voice. Let me know where you're connecting with us from. Are you one of my current students? Are you planning to take our class? Let's hear a little bit about you.
Okay, I'm in Brampton,
okay,
Ontario. I'm a new student.
Fantastic.
I wanted to get into sewing, and I went to Google, and you popped up. And I remember calling you, and you said when a studio opened, then you would get in touch with me, which you did, and I signed up, and here I am. I have a little bit of knowledge of sewing because I went to design school years ago, but I quit because I couldn't draw. So,
okay.
But I know how to string a needle, and but nothing beyond that.
Okay, good. Also, you are one of my current, you will be one of my current students. Fantastic. Awesome. All right. Well, good to meet you on Zoom, and then we will meet in person very soon. Which days are you again?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. So fantastic. Okay, good. So I'll meet you in person tomorrow. Thanks for joining me today, Jackie. Awesome. All right. So you are in the right place to learn. Fantastic. I just see someone else come on board. Susie and Fantaz, I think, if I get it right. If I get it wrong, I apologize. So Susie, you just jump on board. Go ahead.
Said Susie Monti.
There you go. All right, awesome. Thank you for joining me, Susie. Just want to hear a little bit about you, where you're connecting with us from. Are you a beginner? Are you one of our students? Let's hear a little bit about you, if you don't mind.
Okay, I'm a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
I used to try, but it wasn't good. So now I want to learn.
Okay,
So
good.
yeah.
Awesome. Are you enrolled in our program, or are you you on our email list?
I don't remember.
No, I'm just. Did you got the email from did you got the link from the email? Is that correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, fantastic. Thanks for joining me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. Alrighty. Okay, good. So thank you, Bernardina, I believe, for joining me on live. For everyone else who's joining me, who's watching me live on the Facebook, I cannot see your name. I'm just seeing Facebook user, so I'm not able to point out your name directly. But again, thanks for joining me. And if you have any question, guys, kindly drop your question in the chat today. So I have some other lovely ladies on here with me, and I actually keep them for last. I'm just seeing if anyone else coming in. So I have five lovely ladies on me with me today. I would give the opportunity for Veron. Veron, are you still here? I'm not sure if you're here. Veron, yeah, you're here. Veron, are you in a position to unmute yourself and just introduce yourself briefly? If you're up for it, that's fine. If you're not up for it, it's not a big deal.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my dear.
My name is Veronella. I'm from Petit Martinique, Grenada.
From Petit Martinique. There you go. Okay, so
I did Miss Gellis beginner class and also the advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I could tell anyone who is thinking of doing a class to go ahead and do it because she's a very good teacher.
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate it. I appreciate that one. So she said she's from Petit Martinique. So that's part of Grenada, and she's actually in Grenada right now. So Petit Martinique is part of Grenada. Is a sub island, right, Veron? Yeah. So we have Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So she's one of my students in the Caribbean. And she took our beginners online class, so I think that's what Alison is in right now. Beginners online class, and then she moved for we did different live projects, and then she took our advanced class. So Veron, have you started sewing for others already? I think you said that you sew something for your daughter or something you were telling me?
Yeah.
It was for your daughter, right?
Myself. Yeah, and for myself.
And for yourself, yeah. Awesome. So she was someone who actually not just want to make projects, but want to sew clothing and sew garments, and she took my advanced class. So thank you so much for joining me today. I didn't even know you guys was gonna come on. So awesome. All right. So I also have Precious Child. She's actually one of my students as well. So I'll just give her the opportunity to say something briefly, and then I'll see if there's any other question from any one of our participants on Zoom today, or anyone who's watching me live, and then we'll wrap. We won't stay that long this evening, but again, I'm grateful for everyone. So Godovere, you are in the hot seat. If you could just kindly unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening, everyone. My name is Godovere, and I'm just happy to be here with you all. Those of you that's sitting on the sideline wondering if you should take this class, yes or no. If you want to have your dreams come alive, I think it's a good place to be. You're amongst women and other students that are going in the same direction, so you have support. You don't feel alone being, flying around alone. Eagles, they fly alone, but they soar with others, So it is a very good class to take, very good place to start at the beginning. Gradually, after you learn from step 1 to step 2, you're going to intermediate, and then you're going to advanced. Even though you have knowledge, it's a good place to start at the beginning, because you will find that there are nuggets that you have missed. Especially you have been self-taught, just like myself. No one taught me how to sew. So I was self-taught, and there were a lot of things that I missed in my basic understanding. So you get those missing information when you start with Gellis at Infinite Modesty Design. You will get this information, and that will be you will be able to go into the intermediate learning forum with extreme knowledge and a strong foundation, so that when you finish your intermediate studies with her, you'll be able to now go into advanced, and it will open up your mind to becoming a professional dressmaker, pattern designing and dressmaking. So be confident that you're in the right place at the right time with the right source of information. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, my darling. You know, I think one of my students had said that your voice is like a radio producer. So I know you have that producer voice. So thank you, my dear. So again, Veron and Godevier, they are my students and also my friends. So there you go. And Godevier, you are in Toronto. I don't think you had mentioned that, right? You are actually in Mississauga or Brampton.
I'm in Brampton, Ontario.
You're in Brampton, yeah. Okay, good. So actually, you took my online class, not even in studio, online. There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, online.
Thank you, my dear, for sharing that. Awesome.
You're welcome.
All right. So if you guys have any question at all, you could definitely just pop your question out. This is just to kind of get to know me briefly. I will do more of this, of course, and sometime maybe Godevier might be on here with me, or Veron. I would have other students kind of representing me sometime as well if you don't see my face per se, but I will try my best to do. Go ahead.
Hello, and
hello.
I am interrupting with you. Sorry.
That's okay.
I have more questions. I am new. First, good afternoon, guys, all of you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
No, mommy, go, daddy. And dear, I am very glad. I am very, very glad this chorus, because it is very important chorus.
Mm-hmm.
It is basic life, and I would like to study.
Okay.
But I am mom which have little kids.
Okay.
And I am very interested in this course. And if I take the online classes, in my home, I'm in Ontario, Etobicoke.
Okay.
In Etobicoke.
Mm-hmm.
In my home, if I take I order the machine, because I don't have any machine in the home.
Okay.
That's my problem.
Okay, that's fine. Mm-hmm. So
then
what?
If I buy machine, then I take the online classes. I participate the online classes.
Oh, you were asking if you buy the machine, if you could take the online classes? That's the question?
Yes. I take the online classes. Can I take online classes?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
It's difficult with me because I have little kids, and it's difficult with me to come like in person.
In person, yeah. Totally understand and totally get it. And the answer to that question, yes. So I think we had spoke, right? Did we spoke some time back? I can't remember. I think someone had a similar question like that. But the answer to your question is yes, you could definitely take online classes. I have done it through COVID heavy. I recently finished some online classes recently, and I do have a few more students who's taking online classes, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So to answer the question, absolutely. The only thing I would say, once you have a mindset, you could learn anywhere in the world online. So the answer is yes, my dear. You could definitely
But how can I know the good machine, like the excellent machine for making the home?
Yep, that's a great question, and I'm gonna answer that question in a little bit, because there's one machine that I do promote big time, is the Singer Heavy Duty. I will actually pull up on my screen. I think you guys seen my share screen, so I'm gonna actually pull it up, and then you'll be able to see the machine. But just for anyone who want to know, it's a Singer, so Singer Heavy Duty sewing machine. It's a 4411 or 4423 or 4432 or 4452. So any of the Singer Heavy Duty sewing machine is very, very good for beginners. And that's what I actually use in my sewing studio for those who are signed up for the in-studio class. And even though you do not have a Singer heavy-duty sewing machine and you have another machine, you could still take class online or in studio in general. Okay, is that just that's the one I actually promote itself for anyone who's a beginner, because it's very, very easy, very basic to understand, especially sometimes I teach kids online, 8 years old online, 9 years old online. I have to, you know, get a machine that is very, very easy for them to maneuver, and that's the one that I do recommend. So let me just pull up quick. So that's a great question. I am just gonna see if I could pull it up here from my website. Let me see here. If I could put it up on Amazon. I have
Amazon, okay. But I take screenshots of the machine.
Yes.
If you tell me.
Yeah.
This one? Like, okay.
Yes, actually, you know what? You could get it in Canadian Tire as well. I actually bought one today because I just like buying machine. And I had to buy more for my studio. So I bought one today in Canadian Tire for $2.59. It was the Singer 4423. Because they're a little bit expensive after COVID. Before COVID, there was like one something, to be honest with you. After COVID, everything just go through the roof. And I saw one in Canadian Tire today. This one is a 4411. You could buy the 4423, the 4432, the 4452. So any of the Singer heavy duty sewing machine, guys. So for those who on Zoom, are you seeing my share screen?
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. So if you're not on Zoom, you may not be able to see my share screen. For all who's on Zoom, you're able to see my share screen. This is the machine I do recommend. There's different brand, there's different numbers. So just remember,
Yes,
Singer.
I see that. That's why I'm confusing.
Yeah.
I see the Singer, this machine, Hi-Fi, is winning, but it is different numbers,
Good.
different brand.
So that's a good question. So listen, the one that I would recommend, this one is like a lower brand. If that's the only one in the store, grab it. However, one of the one that I would say that if you have choices is a Singer 4452. That would be my first choice, the Singer 4452. If it's not in the store and you see the Singer 4423 or 32, grab it. If none of them is in the store and you see the 4411, take it, because at least it's a lower brand. It have less features, but if you want to make a straight stitch, you want to sew dresses, whatever, it does the same thing. It's just different features. Like for instance, the buttonhole is just a little bit different compared to the Singer 4452 or the Singer 4423. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes, good, excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for the question. Fantastic. Alrighty. Okay, so I see a few other people join me on here. I'm just gonna pull up here to see who's here. And all right, so thank you so much for that question. I see Roseanne is here, so she's one of my students. I see Sharon is here, Vanessa is here. So thank you guys for joining me. If anyone has any question at all, so Vanessa, I see your hands up, or you're saying hi. Thank you for joining me. I will give everyone the opportunity to say something again. So Susan, I think you were on before. I'll put you first. Did you have a question to ask me?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, ma'am.
I would like to know if you will have a certificate at the end of the course.
So that is a great question. And the answer to that is that I'll give you certification of participation, because currently I'm a private institution. I don't give certificate where it's like Seneca, like I went to Seneca and you probably, or I went to various different studies and you get a certificate where you certify. I don't give certified certificate. I give certificate of participation for now. Now, as I continue in business, my goal is to become where when I give you a certificate, you could actually be recognized in other fashion schools or whatever the case may be. But currently, no, I only give certificate of participation. That you would get a certificate that you did take classes with Infinite Modesty Design. Depends on how high you go with the classes, but it's not like a diploma certificate, if you get what I mean, for now. But I'm working towards that, because there's a lot of process to go towards that. So does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So certification, certificate of participation means that you did participate in our class. Okay, any other question, guys? Any other, let me just pull up.
Yes. How long it takes the online classes? if I take online class, like how many months, how many weeks, it will be continued.
Yeah, so you could continue with the class. Right now, I do have a 5 weeks online course. It's a beginner course. It's only 5 weeks. But then after, it's just beginner. And after, you could continue with the course up to intermediate, where we have skirt classes. And then you go up to advanced. So I'm just going to pull up my website here, because we are on the website. Here. So for the beginners class in studio, I have the prices here. However, for the online classes, I don't really have it here because it's a little bit different pricing. I would have it eventually on my website eventually. But for the first sets of classes, 5 weeks, because we do it a little bit different online. I give you a lot of you learn live with me and also with videos as well. So there's a lot of homework because you're online. In studio, like every time I see my students every week, they may not have a sewing machine at home, so every week they come and they do projects with me and stuff like that. But online now, you have a sewing machine at home, so you do project when we come on board, and I also give you homework to do as well, because at least you have a sewing machine at home. So
I want to know how to use machines. How can I?
That's fine. That's fine. If you take my class, if you have never even seen a sewing machine, if this is the first time you've seen a sewing machine on my website, you're in the perfect place to learn, whether you in studio or online. I've done it. So just speaking from experience, you'll be fine. The online class, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but I do have a 5 weeks course, and after the 5 weeks course, you can move on to the skirt class, which is intermediate, and then you can move on to the advanced dressmaking course. Of course, it all depends on how long you want to go. The advanced dressmaking academy is 4 months. It's 4 months in studio as well as online as well. This is the academy. So it all depends on how far you want to go. For in studio, we go month to month. So we have the first 4 classes. It's 2 hours per session. If you have a sewing machine, it's fantastic. But if you don't, it's not a recommendation that you have a sewing machine. Compared to online, you must have a sewing machine. Right? And then you can move on to the next beginner session, and then we have various different beginner sessions for the in-studio classes, and you could go as high as you want to go, and then you move on to intermediate. So intermediate leave you with the project and kind of get you to start making clothing. And then you could go advanced. Advanced now is our academy. Is where we teach you pretty much to be a seamstress, or I would say a designer. Some of my students will say I'm not a seamstress, I'm a designer. Now you can make pattern. You could measure me. You could actually make a dress for me. You measure me, you calculate the measurement, you draft the pattern out, and you sew me a garment like a seamstress or a designer itself. That's what our academy is all about. And of course, every student have the choice to go. It's not like you have to go to that class, but depends on your dream or your desire or how far you want to go. You could definitely go up to the advanced academy class as well, and that's both in studio and online. And that's how I've been doing the class. Beginner, then you could go to a skirt class, then you could go to the advanced class. It's the same process in studio. Okay. Another thing I want to say, we also have private classes. Like if you want to do a private class with us, you could just book a private class, whether in studio or online. Well, right now I do have private classes online. You could just book a one-on-one class with me, and that would give you like an hour and a half class if you do a private class with me online, just to kind of ask a lot of questions or get your question answers, or help you to at least thread your sewing machine, do some straight stitch in general, and then you could always take more classes with me. So if you don't want to sign up for a full course online, you could always do like a one-time class and see how it goes, and then you could decide if you want to continue itself. All right, so this is my website. Actually, I'm just moving along here. Some of you guys are familiar with the website. Just to kind of introduce myself as well, I also in a profession as well. I am a fashion designer. I love teaching how to sew. I have been doing it. I have my sewing studio since 2018. That's when I started, and my first class had 19 students, and that's when I realized, oh, people actually want to learn to sew. And I am from Grenada originally. That's my background. My husband is from Congo. He's from Congo Brazzaville. He's from Africa, Congo Brazzaville. We have 3 children by the grace of God. I am a strong faith believer. I'm also a registered practical nurse, and I'm working full-time. So I'm working full-time, and then my studio is more like, it's actually going to be full-time as well, but I started part-time because only Mondays, Fridays and Saturdays currently I have classes. So as I go along and I got more students, I will open up more spaces, and then eventually I will go full-time, and maybe my career will become part-time. But I love teaching how to sew. That's my goal, that's my desire, that's where my joy, you know, sometimes you're in a career but your joy is in this. So that's where my joy is there, and I'm delighted to meet every one of you, whether online or in person classes. I'll be so grateful to actually be your sewing and fashion teacher. Now, anyone else have any question, or anyone, I think I have a few people online if they wanted to say something.
Wow, amazing. You are registered practical nurse.
Yes.
Good money skills you have it. Wow, I like it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. So Jackie, I see your hands up. If you don't mind.
Yes, no, I am. This makes me so excited because I am the same profession as you. I'm a full-time RPN.
Okay.
And yeah, my passion has always been sewing,
There you
but it's
go.
just getting the pattern drafting and draping and all of that. And so this now is like the biggest motivation for me now is to know that my teacher, and it's almost the same thing. Like you're in one field, but your passion is somewhere else.
There you
and
go.
so that for me, yeah. So thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it. Like
You're welcome.
It makes me excited. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I'm excited to meet you as well. So thank you, Jackie. Yeah. So I'm happy that I could motivate you. So awesome. Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that, dear. Thank you. Alrighty. So I see MA online. I don't know who is that person. If you wanted to just briefly say hi, that would be grateful. If not, it's okay. Just wanted to know if you are in Toronto, if you connecting with us from elsewhere. So MA. I also have Vanessa. I don't know, Vanessa, did you introduce yourself? I can't remember. I don't remember if you did. And I also have Roseanne. So Roseanne, are you able to kindly unmute yourself and just say hi to us?
Hello, I'm fine.
Okay, Matt, if you just repeat yourself again. Okay, I'm not hearing you. Okay. All right, Roseanne, if you just kindly say unmute yourself, that would be great. Roseanne, are you in a position to talk? Yeah, no, maybe. Okay. Okay, guys. So,
Excuse me. Do you speak French?
no, my husband do. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't, and he won't even teach me. Yeah, I'm just actually he's in a good way. He wouldn't teach me. So anyway,
Yeah.
so I guess you speak French, right? That's what you asked the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Very good.
I just want to know.
That's okay.
Okay.
You're welcome, ma'am. Alrighty, so Roseanne, if you're available, if not, so Roseanne actually is one of my current students as well. She's in Trinidad as well. She's one of my students in the Caribbean, so maybe she's Roseanne, I'm seeing your video on.
Hello.
Okay, there you go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my dear.
I just came to support you because well, with the course they advance and they do it basic and stuff. So just to cheer on those who coming in, it is really something beneficial. They won't regret being in the class because I have learned a lot. And it's just due to how I am working and the schedule that I'm not really getting to go and to dig up into other things to master certain things. But Gellis is a very good instructor and you have no regrets. She's very, very, she has patience and no regrets. If you really want to learn, this is the right place. I just come to support anybody there that asking questions. This is the right place to be.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much for joining me today. Awesome. So again, she is she took, I think, a couple of my classes online, and she also in the advanced course. And again, like, that's the beauty of online. It allow me to reach people from not just Canada, the United States, the Caribbean as well, which I am so passionate. And they are not just my students, they're also my friends. So I am grateful for everyone. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do here, I drop a link here. This is one of my Facebook, for those who are on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, no worries at all. If you're on Facebook, you could actually subscribe to join this group. I think a few people, okay, so I do have to accept a few people here. So subscribe to join this group. I have a couple of Facebook group, but this one is a smaller group. You could actually subscribe to join this group. I think I'm live in this group. Yeah, see, I'm live in this group right now. So if you are on Facebook, you could click to join this group. I'll be doing a couple of different lives. Sometimes I do just a simple project where everyone else could follow along. So I want to do that more, and I may get maybe other students as well to kind of represent me to do, simple sew along to keep the sewing spirit alive in general. So join the group if you are on Facebook. That would be great. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop I'm gonna wrap up everything right now. I don't know if I didn't give anyone else the opportunity to say something. Did everyone here, anyone else have any question, any burning question? You can lift up your hands. Sharon, I'm not sure. Sharon Gopal, I don't know. You just came back on. You was off for a bit. So if you wanted to unmute yourself to say something, that would be great. If anyone else have any other question, this is the last final hour to ask your question. If not, I would be definitely doing another live. So Sharon, yes, you could go ahead.
No, I don't have a question. I'm just listening.
Okay. Where are you connecting with us from?
I'm in New York.
In New York. Fantastic. Thanks for joining me tonight, ma'am. Thank you so much. All righty.
Welcome.
All right. Good stuff. Okay, guys. So if anyone, no one else have any question tonight, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you haven't signed up for the beginners class, again, we have beginner, intermediate, advanced. If you have sewn before and you say, you know what, Gellis, I don't want advanced, I probably want to go somewhere else, we could talk about it. But right now we're promoting the beginners class. There's a 10% off the beginners class. The code is back to the number 2 school. You could get 10% off. And for those who sign up and didn't get the 10%, you would get the 10% off on our next session 2. So if you move on to session 2, session 3, you will get the 10% off. If you have signed up and you didn't get the opportunity to get that 10%, no worries, you will still get it on the next. Just remind me in general. Okay, guys, so be familiar with our website. Get used to me sending emails to you. And for those who sign up for the current class starting tomorrow, I will definitely see you guys tomorrow. And moving forward, I would be seeing you who is online. I will be seeing you online. Who's in studio, I'll be seeing you in studio. Once again, my name is Gellis. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It makes my day to see everyone online. I love connecting with sewing buddies, and it was my pleasure connecting with you today. Have yourself a wonderful night, ladies. Have yourself a wonderful night, guys.
See you tomorrow.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow, Jackie. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Bye, Sharon. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
What's next, Mom? You know?
Sorry?
The next class will be when?
Oh, the next beginners class? Yeah, so the thing is, I do the class Monday, Friday, Saturday, so it's whenever you want to start. Right now I have spaces, so if you want to start this coming Friday or next coming Friday, you have that option, because the class, someone is actually coming back on. So the class is, the class open right now because we are accepting new students. We may have another teacher if one session is overcrowded. We have another teacher itself. So the class is on. So it's whenever you're ready to start.
Okay, at what time?
Did you get familiar with the website? Are you familiar with the website?
I didn't when I went there.
Okay, so let me just pull this up here.